And this is A&B Convo's Wrestling Edition.
What is going on to everyone out there in YouTube Landia? Welcome to the most must-see wrestling review and live reaction show on YouTube. Welcome to A&B Convo's
Wrestling Edition.
Who do we have up in the house?
Let me guess.
Let's
Arcel
see.
World.
No, not that.
What?
No, we have Arcel World. We got
Quantavian Moore.
right out of the gate, Arcel World. Quantavian.
Is Jody there?
Sophie Dophie is here.
Sophie, I was just gonna say, I'll start naming people
I
before
love
you even name
this.
them
All the
all.
people up in the house.
It's Samantha Poole here.
David Tate Jr.
David
King
Tate Jr.
Swag.
Of course. What's up?
What's
King
going
Swag?
on, Mary?
Hey, Mary.
I love this. Trevor Holmberg, Jackson Rick,
What's up, Jackson?
and Sophie Dophie right
Already,
here.
right off the bat.
Right out of the
Sophie
gate.
Dophie. New Year's Eve.
Thank you for that. Super chat. So let's see here. You have Spider-Man No Way Home was an awesome movie. Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Let's just clear the air right now. All right, the elephant in the room. Yes, that movie had us.
Woo!
Because
Multiverse is awesome.
we watched it. What was it? Last weekend.
Yeah.
Last weekend. And to see we're all about the multiverse.
Yeah,
so
man.
Yesterday we just finished Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and Loki. So we all day was a Marvel day.
It was just a Marvel day yesterday.
We did nothing.
It was marvelous.
And yes, rest in peace to Betty White. You know, we really feel some type of way about Betty White.
We were hurt. We were in the store, we were in line, we were hurt, and the lady behind us heard us. She's like, "Oh, did Betty White die?" I mean, everybody, every age is going to react that way, and
you're weeks away from your 100th
what
birthday.
An icon!
And honestly, we were trying to get out of 2021 unscathed as best as possible, and then you kick us with Betty White. So
yeah, man,
what can you do? No, we have not seen Cobra Kai. I was just telling her about that. I said, we got to watch Cobra Kai. We have so much on our plate that we have not had a chance to. So yesterday we just shut it down. No phones, no anything.
just to try to watch some
powered through. So we will get to Cobra Kai.
Yeah, we'll get to that end matrix.
Absolutely. So Isaiah Pierce, what's going on? I think we already said what's up to Quantavian.
Yes.
Jadis Young. We got a lot of people up in here. I love this.
Thank you for coming.
I love this. So,
there's Samantha Poole. I told you she'd be up there too.
Samantha Poole, there you are.
I was looking for you.
Good to see you in there, Samantha.
Samuel Wong. Yep.
Good to see you, Samuel, all the way around the world. So many people are visiting us. I love this. Arcel World with that super chat. What do you got for us, brother?
What's up, Arcel?
Becky probably not going to be there. I mean, we let's say.
Yeah, man.
We got to talk about this.
Yeah, man.
We got to talk about this because we know some things went down. Seth had COVID, but as of right now, the card has not changed. So let's get into this. What do we got?
Yeah,
here?
well, technically, when we were at SummerSlam, the card had not changed, and we thought we were getting Bianca versus Carmella. So whether the card has changed does not mean that the matches are going to be what they say they are.
Yeah. So let's see. Some people just to think R-Truth gonna fit. That's hey. R-Truth is a staple in WWE. You saw the shirt that I wore the other day for our reaction, the 24/7, 48/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 South. I love that.
No, R-Truth can never go anywhere.
What's up, Jody? Good to see you, brother.
David Tate Jr. just asked you why the shirt, eh?
What? Oh.
He loves the shirt.
I love this shirt.
This was his favorite shirt. He really,
I love this shirt.
He really wanted the confrontation to go way further than it did. He really
thought. I feel some type of way about that.
Yeah, he really thought Jimmy should have had a.
This is a family show.
Yeah.
So we don't get down.
But you come out with this shirt on, and then you bow down within like 2 days. It was kind of.
It was a little
like
a little quick.
A little quick.
There was no transition. You came in
hot,
Like, I ain't nobody's. This is what you. This is yours. This is you. And then all of a sudden, like overnight, it's just like, put him up, son. Put you up. I mean, it was a little quick.
Yeah,
Whatever.
he just wanted that to go
Longer.
longer.
Sophie W says, thoughts on Toni Storm's release?
I think it was the right move for her because, you know, you could tell that she wasn't about to be a star. That was obvious, right? They did not look like they were. It's weird because WWE, what I've noticed, do you notice they give this push to someone right when they're pushing them out the door? So they did that to her. They did that to Lana. They did that to, what was the other one that the redhead, Eva Marie. Like they act like they're giving them this big push, but really they're like, we're just going to use them for this storyline on their way out. You know what I mean? And I think that she would have been in the next releases anyway. So I think for her to come and ask for her release was the right move for her because she already saw where the company was going. And obviously if they were willing to release her, because there's been other talent that's asked for their release and WWE has said no.
I mean, for me, I think that as a pro wrestler, whether you are on the indies or you're in the big leagues, you want to be seen. You want to be showcased. You want your talent to be out there to the people. And you don't get into pro wrestling at a whim. This is not like some little 9-to-5 job I just applied and I got it and yay, look for me. No, this is something that takes a long time. You got to grind your teeth. You got to pay your dues to get into this.
And
so
you're usually starving on the way up.
You're starving on the way up. So to get to this point in professional wrestling, you think to yourself, I've made it. I finally made it. And then you don't like the direction that your character is going in. You don't feel like you're getting the push that you need. You're getting a pie to the face, or you're getting thrown through a table 9 weeks in a row. Nia Jax. Remember that whole situation with Lana?
And even for them to let Nia Jax go, they pushed Nia, pushed her. She was champ. She was tag champ. Everything was Nia, and then you just let her go. Like, I mean, you know, so I think to work somewhere that unstable, and like you said, you worked so hard to come up here to not to just let someone ruin your career. I think that it was a good move.
So I think it was a good move. I think for me, the whole thing is just pro wrestling at its core is the business. Nobody's bigger than the business. So you're basically going to do what we're going to tell you to do, whether you like it or not, and you're going to have to make it work, like you did with Karrion Kross. You changed your character. It was stupid, but the brass is like, you're going to go out here, you're going to make it work. And he said it himself, like, I didn't like the direction, but you're giving chicken crap, and I got to make chicken salad. And it's what you have to do, and it kind of sucks. But if this is not where she needs to be to grow, to flourish, then there are other promotions. So that's how I feel about it.
You know what's funny is you mentioned Scarlet. I just want to say that I remember thinking when Scarlet did the whole, it got black and everything was happening, like when she was ready to enter the ring, how it was so powerful. And I remember I would think, this is main roster stuff. That she, like her, the whole light, you know what I'm saying? She was so mystic. I mean, she was damn near a Disney queen. You know what I'm saying? And got her. And that would have been successful had it been continued onto the main roster.
But they didn't.
And instead, they buried him and her and fire.
Separated them.
I mean, it didn't make
But
any
we've seen it so many times. The very things that we like about them on NXT, whether it's NXT 2.0, Black and Gold, or UK, you bring them onto the main roster and you change who they are. You change what we liked about them. And that doesn't make any sense to us. But yeah, that's a topic of another conversation.
We could go on forever, as you see.
Sophie, you do bring up a good point that it's weird that this pay-per-view is on a Saturday. Now, I know they're making history having this on a Saturday and the first. We are used to pay-per-views being on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We prefer the Sunday. It's a little easier for us so that we can do some reaction. But as you know, there was a whole COVID situation, ran rampant. throughout WWE. And so there's no live show tonight for SmackDown, thankfully. So we're able to do this.
So we're able to do this.
Because if there was,
we wouldn't have been able to do this.
We wouldn't have been able to do this. So it kind of works out. What else we have? Just to preview the past few years. Weird. Yeah. I mean, what does A and B mean? Lawrence R. Okay. So for those who haven't heard this previously, I'm AJ, and this is Becky.
The real Becky.
With the good hair.
With the good hair.
As you can see. We decided because of that, it would be cool. We have two channels, A and B Convos, A and B Convos, which is something we did. That's just our comedy stuff. We haven't had time to devote to that recently. We will. But it's hilarious. Y'all should check us out. All great, funny skit stuff. Yeah, we do Ghost Hunter skits. We do alien skits. We've done. You guys will like it. But the original channel was also that in wrestling. Right. And there's two totally different audiences. So she said, like, we got to split the channels. So we did a video. We split it. A and B Combos. A and B Combos Wrestling Edition. Started all over. So that is what A and B means. So we did that like a year and a half ago. Yeah. So it's been a year and a half since we started this baby. All, we have grown tremendously. We can't even tell you. I was just telling him that if we look back at it, we've gotten 8,000 subscribers in 1 year. And I cannot tell you how much that touches our heart. Like, you guys are amazing. Now, amazing. Dro, you say A and B Combos. Roman will have a new manager, and that name is Triple H. Interesting. Oh, that would be crazy. If Triple H is healthy and he is back, that would be interesting, Dro. You're wearing the Bloodline shirt, Jody. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. That's right. We're all in the family right here, Jody. Tony Stone flew herself home after walking out. I'm not surprised. If you're not happy where you are, and we've all been in a job that we don't like. How many times have we said, I really don't want to go into work today. I want to work from home. And then we were all forced to work from home. And that was weird in and of itself. And then you go back to your job and you're like, this is why I want to work from home. So if she's not happy, we wish her well. We've said this. I respect her for that. Mental health. I respect her for that. That's what I was thinking. Because we know quite a few wrestlers who stayed and went through horrible storylines and totally did things that they were embarrassed of and that they're ashamed of. And like, you cut them down before you let them go. And she left with her head high, like, you know what, I'm good. This isn't going this way. You're not going to do me like that. And I so respect that. You got to respect You have to. Samuel, you are 6-0 for Survivor Series. Let's see what you got for day one. You know Let's see what you got. My stats have been so bad lately. I just was like, let me stop keeping track. Because I was hitting it for a minute. You were, but then I fell off. I don't know what happened. Mary Barbie, first time here. Love you guys. Love you too. We love you back. Thanks for joining. We appreciate you. Thank you, Mary. Isaiah, what do you guys think of WWE not requiring COVID testing anymore? If that's legit. That's insane. That's legit. Legitimately saying that's a no. That's like saying we don't have any more COVID because we're not testing. Dude, that's ridiculous. Insane. With it being as bad as it is, you're saying don't ask, don't tell, and you're risking everyone's family, and you don't. And all these people who are asymptomatic are going to go in the ring and they're going to give it to an announcer or a referee who is not asymptomatic, and then his relative dies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very selfish. I can't believe it. You have to do what you have to do to protect yourself, the talent, the people, and the shows. The show must go on. That's the motto of professional wrestling. And so the fact of the matter is, you need to continue to test. You need to make sure everybody's safe and healthy. Otherwise, everybody's going to be in jeopardy. These pay-per-views going to be in jeopardy. We didn't know this, early in this week, if this fatal four-way was still going to go down. Right. We didn't know what was going on. Everybody was brought home. There was no confirmations other than Seth that people got COVID. But you're like, Becky Lynch has to have it. How could she not? But we've known people. We know a husband and wife right now who the wife had it and the husband did not get it. So, but that's not the point. The point is, in this environment, you need to mask up, you need to test, and you need to keep it safe. What's up, Monet? Safe Emerald Armor is in the house. Are you going to do a watch along for the day one? Yes, we are. We are going to be live tomorrow, so we will have that up as soon as we're done with this. We may come in maybe 15 minutes early. We will see. We have a lot of preparations that we try to do, so sometimes we come in a little later, which we apologize for. But yes, we will be live tomorrow for the day 1 pay-per-view. So we hope you all will be able to join us.
Be here.
Yeah. Ramit, how are you, Ramit? It's good to see you.
Do we have predictions or what? It's a prediction show, right?
It is a prediction
what
show,
the heck?
but
Let's
we do
go.
have another. We got a super chat up in the house. Thank you for the super sticker, Sophie Dopey.
Sophie Dopey in the house.
Sophie Dopey.
Thanks, Sophie.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sophie. Yay for that super sticker. All right. Thank you. Kicking it with Leo. We appreciate you.
All right, we got to get down to business. We got
So
to start giving out those predictions.
Almost at 9K. Yeah, we're this close to 9K.
This close to 9K.
Tell a friend. We want to be at 9K before 2022.
We were trying to do like Happy New Year. We reached 9,000, and like we're almost there. We got a few hours.
So tell a friend. Get this out to the people.
Right.
Get us over that 9K bar, and we can't thank you all enough for that.
No, we can't.
All right, so let's do this. Are we ready for these predictions?
Baby, let's do it. Let's do it.
There was an inadvertent showing of one, but we're going to start with the pre-show, which we all now know is going to be.
They don't usually announce it, huh?
It's a tag team match. So we have Ricochet, Cesaro going against his former mate, Sheamus, and we have Ridge Holland. Now, my question is, number one, do you care about this pre-show?
Yes.
That's number one.
I do.
Are we interested in this pre-show?
I am.
Okay.
Those are good fighters. That's going to be a good, no matter who wins, it's going to be a good match.
All right. So who do you got? For the pre-show, y'all, who do you have this tag team?
I have Ridge Holland.
And Sheamus.
I do. I mean, Cesaro is strong. Ricochet is good. It's going to be a great match, but I really feel like they're trying to push Holland and, do the whole him and Sheamus friendship thing, maybe even let them be tag team champions because they're both really strong and brutal people. And then, of course, ultimately, they'll have the fallout. Yeah. That's what I think they're doing. So I think this is a step in that direction.
Okay. All right. Happy Days. How are you, Happy Days? You feel like
hey,
Day One
Happy Days.
name was taken from the Usos Day One-ish? I mean, yeah, probably. And I'm cool with that. I mean, SmackDown was named after The Rock's phrase, so why not? You're right. Cesaro does not look his age. That's why he's a Swiss Superman. He is definitely looking good. Dro, you got your guy Roman Reigns by submission. But we're gonna get to Reigns. We're gonna get to Reigns in a minute, so hang on. But a lot of people don't really care about the pre-show.
We'll have to go back to that, Dro.
I don't know how I feel about the pre-show. I'm not mad at these participants, but I'm going to say it looks like it would be easy for Sheamus and Ridge to win this, but I think Ricochet needs this win. I think that Cesaro wants some retribution against Sheamus. So I'm going Ricochet and Cesaro.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're on opposite sides.
Ricochet
what did Monet
and Cesaro.
say?
Cesaro and Ricochet, even though the kickoff should be Drew versus Madcap with the women's tag team match, they said it was going to happen. I mean, I can't disagree 100%. I mean, I'm not so much invested in Drew and Madcap as I think I would like to be. And I think more, but we'll get to that in a second. But I wouldn't be mad if that was the pre-show. Like, yeah, I wouldn't be mad. I would have
been mad at that too. I think that they're not trying to put Drew on a pre-show. I feel like they still have a different
Ricochet. I like that. John and Lee 45, Ricochet. All right, we got Team Ricochet right here. Samantha Poole is with you. Naomi versus Charlotte. Playtime. We're fans of Naomi, but woo! That's all I got to say about that.
What was the question?
It was just Naomi versus Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I mean the thing is that I think that Naomi is kind of scared to step it up to the. I think she is. She's coming out, but Charlotte is like willing to get real in the ring, and she's willing to knock you down. And if you got a receipt coming, she's willing to take it. Like we've seen her fights where we're like, dang, is this real? Are they really fighting right now? So I feel like anytime you need to question if people are really fighting, or you're like, oh my God, are they okay? And I don't usually see that with Naomi. I don't usually see Naomi.
But Naomi
like,
has her hands full
really?
right now with whole Sonya Deville. It's all. I don't see her getting a shot.
But I feel like to me, it's like mixed, right? Because they're obviously giving her some kind of push, because Sonya and the feud is making people feel some type of way for sure. And they're doing it on a weekly basis, and they're drawing it out. I'm just hoping it's not going to be like a Braun Strowman thing where you're trying to draw it out and you actually drop the ball and you make her look worse and she falls off. Whereas I hope they'll be able to use this momentum, and at the end that they'll somehow get a real moment.
Do we think Ricochet has been pushed a little more since being on SmackDown? For me, I'm going to say no.
No, I don't think so. He's a background actor.
Yeah, that's really kind of a shame. I think he had a lot more time, especially when he had this whole thing with the Hurt business that was going on. Not so much. Hopefully, if he has a good showing, this is a talent that's not being used. Hopefully,
let me tell y'all something.
Can be up to the forefront.
Let me tell y'all something. Ricochet has a friend named Stacy Irwin, Stacy, and the two of them, when they are doing backflips and triple up and down flips, he was an Olympic athlete, and he's similar in size, and they, they're both like cute, and they both can do these crazy flips out of nowhere. And I keep going, why does the WWE not want coming after him? Like if he was in there and him and Ricochet could be tag team, I think they would be champions. They would be champions. I just think Ricochet isn't going to be a solo champion. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to give him that. It's kind of like Liv. You want them to have a chance, but you don't really see them having what it takes to. I mean, look at Seth and Becky's aura. Look at Roman's aura. Look at the command they like. It's like they demand attention when they walk in the room. It's big. It's powerful. Their character is bigger than we are. And Ricochet's character is not bigger, but when he fought Sheamus, we had mad respect for that. Mm-hmm. We loved that he got his coat, he got his hat, his personality was coming out. And then he had a great battle. So was he the one who broke his nose?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But you also talk about tagging him with Ali.
Yeah, I think that because Ali's another guy that is excellent in the ring that's just not being used. He had a great idea that didn't get picked up. And now he's just like, where's Ali? Like, where are all these people that really could be used and aren't? This could be a stacked pay-per-view, honestly.
Right.
And it's not.
Yeah.
It's another wasted opportunity. So we'll get back to the Lashley versus Charlotte. That's a tough one, playtime. We'll talk about that after our predictions, because people are saying something.
I thought Roman Reigns got vaccinated. That doesn't make sense to not show up. Well, because this COVID, the Omicron it doesn't matter if you're vaccinated. Most of the people who have it are vaccinated. But it's just that they're hoping that the vaccine will boost your, has given you enough whatever antibodies to fight this off. So basically they think everybody's going to get it. The people I know who've gotten it are fully vaccinated. So it's just that when you get it, it's not going to be as bad. But even so, you're still taking a big risk when you have leukemia to get sick. So you're going to vaccine right now. It doesn't stop you from catching it.
No, absolutely. 1,000%. Amone also says Ricochet had a good showing in the 12-man gauntlet.
Yeah.
Which he did. I mean, he did. Ricochet is good.
He is good.
And he's just not being elevated to the point that we feel he should be. Sophie Dofi with that super chat up in here. Here comes some more Sasha versus Charlotte matches. Get ready for it. When these ladies get down, they get down.
They get down.
They bring out the best in you.
Sasha's another one where when they're fighting, you're like, did this just get real? We're just watching a fight, right? Because And I'm telling you, her and Charlotte together, man, it's fire.
This might be a good time for Tony now that Tony's gone, for Naomi to shine, but she's got to get out of this Sonya Deville thing. I don't know when we're going to get past that, but what can you do? I don't even know. All right, now let's start with the head of the table. Right now, we already did the pre-show. That doesn't even really count. So let's start with the head of the table. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. You have the Beast, the Conqueror, perhaps as Paul said, future, reigning, defending, undisputed, going against the current champion. Who do you got? I don't. Is that hold on a second?
No, you know who I got.
What does this mean?
And let me tell you,
a minute.
I'm a little torn. You know why?
All right.
Because I believe that.
What up, Tariq?
I believe that Roman would like some time home while this is going on. So I think there's a chance that he's going to lose because he wants to. Let me just give me some space while this gets figured out before you know what I'm saying? Like you're not even testing, just not. Then I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna stay home with my family, let this play out. So there's a part of me that thinks he may lose because I think that this is too much for him. That's what I think, but I don't know him. That's just what I think he's thinking, right? Just because, you know, of our experience with cancer, if you know, we're not like, oh my God, this person had cancer, so they can't get it. So that's just how everybody thinks. So there's a chance that he's going to give it up, but I don't think that was the original plan. I believe that this whole thing with Paul Heyman,
so we'll be waiting on,
is set up that Roman and Paul are setting up Brock. That's what I believe. I believe that he has been loyal to his family for 40 years or whatever, and he still is. And they did this whole thing to give Brock a false sense, whatever. And Paul Heyman is going to come in and help Roman win. I think that's what was written, but I don't know now with all this going on. I think Roman may want some time away, so I'm very torn.
You could be right about that. Several people have mentioned this in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this. It's possible.
Yeah.
Here's the issue that I have with this. You have two guys that WWE had so much faith in to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar was at the time less than a part-timer. He's a part-timer at best. So you bring in people like
Brock more now than ever,
and Cena to kind of bolster this whole, you know, we got to get the people talking, right? We all know that Roman is going to go to Suplex City tomorrow. We know this. He'll come out of it, but he's going to Suplex City. Is this whole thing just a ruse to lull Brock into a false sense of security? I'm okay with that. The issue that I have is what is this going to do to Brock? Because you brought him in. This is the guy that broke the Undertaker's 30-year streak, right? Or 20-year streak. So what then are we talking about that he's going to be beat at day one? Is that it?
Yeah, I think it would be it for him because they keep building him up as if he's like a god. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone could do their moves, everybody could kick him, everybody could do whatever, and he just gets up and wipes it off. You know what I'm saying? Like he's Thor. So you do that, and then you have him come in and destroy the Usos and Roman Reigns and whoever else is around by yourself. You're making us believe that he can't be beat by anybody. You've already made him look stronger than Roman. And then you, at the last minute, have him lose. I don't see where he would be able to go from there. That wouldn't make any sense. It's just like when they messed up the Fiend. You know what I'm saying? There was no way this demon should have been pinned like he was.
See, that's what I'm saying. But this is a beast.
Right.
Now I know but that's what I'm saying. They built both these guys up as unbeatable.
Yeah.
So Roman, I think Roman's going to win. I think Roman's going to win.
So you think the Beast came back to lose to him twice?
That's what I'm.
I mean,
that's
if
what I'm
he's
having.
only there for a
I'm
paycheck
conflicted
and
on.
he doesn't care at all about.
But this is a different Brock. Like, this is a more lighthearted, jovial. Clearly, he's still beast-like in the ring. But I mean,
No,
I
he's over
think
here
this Brock can
threatening
take the
people.
loss.
He's being nice about it. He's being chummy about it, but he's still being a jerk. And he's still like beating up random people. And like, he's not.
I think this Brock can take the loss. I think we're going.
Yeah.
We're going day one, son.
No, like I said, I think that was what was written. I think it was written that he was going to win and Paul was going to help him. I don't know if Roman is down right now. I really don't.
Kayun, what's going on, brother? You got your predictions? Roman, Edge, Usos, Becky, Big E, or Lashley? Okay. All right. Sophie Dophie wants to know, what are our thoughts on the big Swole situation? We just read about this, and she just saw the story. She has some thoughts.
Well, she has some thoughts. I actually kind of had the same thoughts that Tony Khan had when he responded to her, which was, I just thought of all the champions. Like the first female champion wasn't Nyla Rose, like one of the first champions that they had, and which is breaking barriers in every way. No one else is doing that. No one else is having a transgender champion of color, right? And then, Hobbs is in the limelight. Like Tony Khan responded. And look at Jade. Like, my gosh. And what do you mean, Brandy? I just, like, they had Brandy. And Brandy had, what's her name, coming out with her for a long time in the beginning too. Kong.
Oh, Austin Kong, yeah.
So you had Austin Kong coming out with Brandy, and it was the huge thing, and she's cutting off hair or whatever. And I saw Big Swole once or twice, but she, to me, was not good enough to be memorable. Like I said, I need to look up who she is again because I don't even remember her face. And Rosario goes, oh, yeah. But I will never have been like, hey, whatever happened to that wrestler? She did not make that impression on me. So when Tony Khan said, I'll let it run out, because her contract ran out because she wasn't good, and listed all his top people of color, including himself, Tony Khan is not white. It was interesting that I felt, it's so weird that, like, I kind of agree on another level, though, because is it ever going to be 50-50? No. Or maybe wait one day, but not right now. So she's right on that sense. But on the sense that there was no champions, I just started thinking of champions left and right. I was thinking about the inner circle having Latinos in there and how big they were. I just felt like that was kind of a little bit of a cop out. Like I understand what she's saying, but I also feel like at the end of the day, you weren't good enough. I didn't think she was good enough. So.
I was a fan of Big Swole. I saw a lot of potential in her. I get where she's coming from. On one hand, I get where Tony Khan is coming from. On the other hand, I will say this much: as a man of color, in the environment that I grew up in as a kid, I know what it's like. Even as an adult, I know what it's like to be followed in a grocery store, in a department store. I know what it's like to be racially profiled by police, to be pulled over by police. I know if I'm walking behind somebody of a lighter complexion than me, and generally it's maybe even a female, that may or may not want to clutch their purse. I kept my social distance before social distance was a thing. So I understand that. And in pro wrestling, there was a lot of racial overtones for a lot of years throughout the territories. It just was what it was. I'm not saying it was right. It just was what it was. And pro wrestling today is at a point where you have talent of diversity, different colors, ethnicities. Like you said, you have Nyla Rose, a transgender. That is showing a lot of growth within the industry. Just like we had a Black president of the United States, that showed a lot of growth here in the country. Does that mean that we still don't have room to grow for diversity?
Right. Does that mean we're all done and we hit the finish line? No, we have so much further to go.
It's on both sides for me. I can see both sides of the coin.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'm also not one to immediately play the race card. I generally want to sit back and study and see exactly what has happened, things that have taken place. We've been in the store before. Both of us have walked out. And there were issues where somebody thought that I had taken something that I had a receipt for because it was an item, the box was ripped. And we almost got into a whole thing. So I know what it's like. And I don't want to be so quick as to jump in and say, definitely a race thing, definitely a gender thing. I will say that gender representation as far as women goes, for the longest time, women wanted to be represented and seen as equals in pro wrestling. And I think we're getting there. We're not exactly there where we could be. Like you said, it's not going to be 50-50 right now, but that's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, Monet, you make an interesting point in regards to Roman breaking Brock's record. I see, that's the thing. Records are made to be broken. So I still feel to this day some type of way, like we mentioned earlier about Undertaker's record being broken. There was no reason. There was no reason to break his record because he had to come back the very next year and win, which he did. So that was dumb to a part-timer.
Dumb.
And then you have Roman come in and do it again just for him to come back and win again. This back and forth, it made zero sense.
Yeah.
Let the man have his longest reign streak and just end it.
It was desperate to me.
End it.
To keep bringing him back, and even to bring him back to lose his streak was, to me, just ultimate disrespect. There was no need. There was just no need.
So that could be the only reason that this would happen, because Roman was already involved in a situation like that with The Undertaker. But right now, they're building Roman up to be untouchable. Like, they built SmackDown around the Roman Empire. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So Joe, you said your Roman Reigns will be beat by submission finisher, guillotine choke. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
No, and to be honest, I will never forget the first time I saw him do the guillotine, and he did it to Braun Strowman. And if you remember, Braun Strowman was standing, and then he dropped to his knees, and I was like, he is about to pass Braun Strowman out, and then he was out, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
So that, I know that move, when he gets it in there, he gets it in there, So that would be awesome.
Sophie. You join our channel and you join another channel. We appreciate it. We don't mind you double dipping, but you're super chatting. You're one of the members. You are awesome, Sophie. So we appreciate you. Yeah, Lawrence, he had leukemia. He is a survivor right now. And he's still, it's not something that you just necessarily get rid of 100%. So it's a continual battle.
Yeah, it's almost like a flare up. You go into remission and then it can come back.
Tariq thinks a Rock may. I don't see it happening at day one. It would be cool. That'd be a great way to kick off the year.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know if, I don't know. But it looks like most people have
Roman.
Looks like Roman. Leo Rush is getting involved with the whole Big Swole Tony Khan conversation. Well, that's a whole other thing. I was gonna mention that I'm a fan of Leo Rush. And Leo Rush had his issues in WWE. Mm-hmm. Now, Leo Rush, unlike Big Swole, Leo Rush can back it up in the ring. My man is talented.
He's talented.
It's not to say that Big Swole isn't talented, but Leo Rush has it all. He has it. But there was also this thing where you feel like you are a professional wrestler, regardless of whether you're new, you're green, like you want to be seen, you want to be showcased. But there's a process, there's a stepping stone. Don't show disrespect. That's the whole thing.
What did he say?
I didn't read that, but that's just.
Well, you need to, if you're going to do it, you have to do it in his voice.
Okay. Big Swole. No, I'm not going to. I love doing Lashley. I love doing that. We had another super chat up in the house. Your thoughts on NXT getting rid of 2 championships? Cruiserweight North American unification.
Right. So
this is what you're talking
turning
about.
2 into 1. To me, and I think I might have said this to you at the time, that it was symbolic of how NXT 2.0 is not working. Because to me, the product was better before. I was trying to give it a chance. We watch it. We're not going to stop watching it. But we're not thrilled. You know what I'm saying? the fact that you had to bring not only to combine your championships into one and get rid of one championship belt, but you also had to bring in, some
AJ
SmackDown
Styles,
talent or no Raw talent,
AJ Styles and whatever.
Yeah. So then it's like, okay, so you are trying to pull us over or pull people back over to NXT is what I'm getting from that you're having issues.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. If this is the direction NXT 2.0 is going in, we were black and gold fans of NXT.
There was nothing wrong with it.
Wasn't broke. No reason to fix it. I think cruiserweights need to have a representation, and the Cruiserweight Championship was it. But let's be honest, the Cruiserweight Championship wasn't really getting much of anything. The North American title really was more so sought after, unless you were a cruiserweight. But what direction exactly is 2.0 going in right now? I'm not even 100% sure.
I don't think they are either.
I'm not mad at it. I guess I want to see where they're going to go after this. Let's see what this goes into the new year. Yeah. So thank you for that super chat, Sophie Dofi. We really, really appreciate that. What's up, Joshua? Ioka Walker, we love you too. Love that. Oh, man, this is fantastic. We got a lot of people up in here. I love this. All right, so let's get back to
predictions.
So speaking of the bloodline, let's get into it right here. We got the Usos. Going against
do it like you.
the New Day.
Ooh-wah!
King Woods and Sir Kofi Kingston. What is your royal proclamation, my queen?
It's so hard because I'm always going to go with the Usos, right? But I love Woods. Like, I'm a true Xavier Woods fan. I really am. There's moves he does and things he does that I'm like, we could make a whole video of, oh, damn, like the way he flies, the height he gets, the stuff he'll do. He is just really good. But then on top of that, he has that character, like I said. He has that presence. Mm-hmm. He fits as a king. I love it. I love with his, and him and Kofi are just so entertaining. So you just love them too. And so ultimately.
Good night, Sophie. Sophie's out of here.
Good night.
Good night, Sophie. Thank you so much for stopping in, super chatting. And we will see you tomorrow for our day one live watch along. Good night, Sophie.
Good night. So ultimately, I feel like I just have to go with the Usos out of respect to the bloodline. But I know either way, it's going to just be a great fight.
All right, so we got a lot of bloodline. Ioka's got the bloodline. Jamarion's a toss-up. Arcel, you got the Usos. Kicking it with Leo, got the Usos. We the ones, Us. Monet got the Usos. Ooh, Happy Days feel like the Usos are going to lose.
Why does she feel that? Because they tried a lot since being in the bloodline.
I'm going to put it to you like this. If Roman wins, Usos are going to lose. The Usos have been taking L's, and Roman does not.
Isn't this a championship match?
Yes. What I'm saying is,
you think they're about to lose the titles for real?
I'm saying that we are about to see gold placed about the waist of the King and Sir Kofi Kingston.
Wow.
I'm not going against the bloodline.
That's huge.
I'm just saying, because when we were at SmackDown at Staples, and we saw we saw the New Day, there was a little twinge of heeldom. Like there was some boo, there was some stuff that had happened.
Yeah, and it was interesting that when people did not want the New Day to win.
Now, individually, when everybody came out, everybody cheered. But then during the match,
they were.
It was a little.
They switched it up, and they were not happy that New Day took it.
And I think with
they
Woods,
wanted RK Bro to win.
He's really doing up this whole King thing, kiss the ring. I think if they get the gold, it's going to be just that much more for his character.
He doesn't need the gold with the crown. He has the crown.
I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, I gotta disagree with you, homeboy.
Oh, whatever. We'll see.
So that's
We'll see
who I got.
tomorrow, man.
The family isn't losing any championships. I feel you exactly. I think it would be a disqualification. Usos retain because they really, you know what? I would even be okay with that. I would be okay with a disqualification, even if it isn't a title change. I don't think that the Usos are going to win. They may retain, but at minimal, at base, I don't think the Usos are going to win. That's what I'm saying. But let's get over here. Now let's go with this other tag team match. We got the RK Bro. Why are you hating him like that?
I don't know. He's annoying, but whatever.
Why you
I
gotta
still
hate?
like RK Bro, but I'm looking forward to that turn. I'm looking forward to the day that Randy turns and he's done.
Okay. Well, we got RK Bro going against Street Profits. Who do you got?
I think this will be the end of RK Bro.
Oh,
But I've said that before.
bro.
I think this will be the end of RK Bro because Randy's all about the title and he's getting irritated. And I think
But they're gelling so well together. I see. Okay, so you're saying new champions and Street Profits. Okay. I'm saying RK Bro retains.
Okay.
And let me tell you why. Because RK Bro,
What?
the bro in RK Bro,
What?
Riddle,
What?
will be at New Year's Evil. Right?
Right.
He's the shaman. He needs to go into this as, see, guys, I successfully defended my tag team championship. So now I'm going to show you guys how you can go ahead and get tag team gold.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that would make more sense. You can't have a loser then going to the team over here to say, this is how it wouldn't work. Street Profits can take the L. They can take the L.
I'm going to agree with you. You changed my mind.
See, here we go. RK Bro. That could be the match of the night. It could be. RK Bro, unfortunately. RK Bro, B is hilarious. Thank you for that, Samuel Wong.
Oh.
RK Bro. See, RK Bro. Hey,
Yeah,
I think it'd be a banger match.
You're right.
But
you're right.
I think because of that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about New Year's Evil. We're not going to be doing a live prediction show for that. We're just going to do and we're not even sure how we're going to work that out because it's going to be televised and it's not live where we are. So we're not even sure we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, we're looking into it.
Good night, Mary Barbie.
Good
we
night.
will be, I think it will be, we're not going to be live for the whole pre-show. I think we're going to come in 15 minutes, like 4:45 is probably going to be our live. Ooh, Sophie Dopey's still here. Hold on.
I thought
Sophie
you went
Dopey.
to bed.
Sophie Dopey. Before I do that, what do you guys think of Betty White? We were really sad. We were really, really sad.
Very
We
sad.
mentioned that earlier. Sophie Dopey with that super chat. Your thoughts on AJ Styles being part of NXT? Ooh, Bone Crusher's in the house. Hi, Bone Crusher.
I honestly think I think that he would do well to go back to NXT. I think he would rule it. I think he would do better than he's going to do on the main roster, just like Mandy Rose. Yes, because I believe AJ Styles is towards the end of his career. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. He's towards the end of his career as an older dude, right?
Are you hearing this, Bone Crusher?
He is. What is wrong with you? He's towards the end of his career. And like Mandy could not, she was not.
It didn't happen for
her. It
her.
just didn't happen. Look at her in NXT, right? If AJ Styles was at NXT, he would have gold. He would be doing it. He'd get a crew. That's how he does. And I don't think that NXT is a step down anymore.
Our channel mascot, Bone Crusher, everybody. You all know Bone Crusher. We're renaming her Jai Lee. She's the protector. I think AJ Styles, I think it's strange having these multi issues. You got an issue with Omos, got an issue with Grayson Waller. It's good for Waller, it's good for business. but it's also a little strange. I don't quite know how I feel about it because you did this whole NXT 2.0 to reorganize that brand. It should be able to stand on its own 2 feet. That's kind of how I feel about it. If you got to bring in main roster guy onto NXT 2.0, I think that says something about 2.0. But if this is a way to introduce Waller into the main roster, okay, I kind of get it. But AJ's already got a thing with Omos.
Yeah.
So it's too much. Like one rivalry at a time. It's a little too much for him. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in New Year's Evil. Because honestly, Omos could show up on NXT. Who's to say he can't? Anybody can show up. If Omos shows up on NXT at New Year's Evil, I think we already know who's going to get that win.
Right.
So that's pretty much that. Street Profits really could do with the win. Yeah, they really could.
Yeah,
But
they could.
I don't think it's going to happen, y'all. Not at all. He's 43. Yeah, that's fine. Look at Dusty Rhodes is older than that. The man can still go. Ric Flair was in that. Woo! My point is, if you can still go, you can still go. I don't want to say he's in the twilight of his career. On the other side of the career, perhaps. You guys know Tony Storm was released. Yes, Carnivorous Gaming, we do. We did talk about that a little bit.
In the beginning, that was the first thing we talked about.
Yeah, we do feel some type of way about that, but we do hope that she's going to be where she needs to be.
We think that she made the right decision.
Yeah, for her, for sure.
For her career, that for sure that was the right decision.
Now let's talk about this fatal 4-way for your WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Fatal 4-way up in here. Big E, Seth freaking Rollins, Kevin Owens, and the almighty Lashley. Bobby Lashley, fatal 4-way. Interesting, Seth did contract COVID. We're assuming he's cleared. We're assuming he's negative and is healthy and is feeling up to having this fatal 4-way match. We weren't sure what was going to happen, but as of earlier today, it looked like it was still the case. So going with that news, who do you got?
Bobby. Bobby, he is almighty for a reason. And I mean, I'm sure it would be amazing for Becky and Seth to be champ at the same time, right?
Okay.
But Bobby, they all just like Brock. God, I want Bobby and Brock to fight so bad. Just like he's untouchable. I have no idea how they would possibly get him to lose.
Okay. All right. Before I answer that question, Lawrence asked, how do we feel about Woods' new crown? We think it's huge. We think it's really humongous. It kind of reminds me of the crown in, what was it? What was the Thor one where the sister?
Ragnarok.
Was that Ragnarok?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Ragnarok? She had this huge horn. It's huge, but that's kind of my point. Like, you have this new crown that's really obnoxiously bigger than you need it to be. You're playing up this. They're going to get that gold. I think they're going to get that gold. Sophie Dophie, you're with B. You got Bobby on this. Mm-hmm. Ioka's got Seth. Happy Days also. Looks like you're going with Lashley.
Lashley.
Looks like something you get from a Burger King. That's actually our crown. I don't know if you can you see that's so this crown right here.
I don't know if they can see
Don't
it.
grab it. Don't grab it. Yeah, but that actually was a Burger King crown that we just kind of did up. So that's the actual that was done up. So that's the actual Burger King crown.
Yeah.
I think what needs to happen in this fatal 4-way, I mean, KO did sign a new contract, so I think that's a good thing. He's getting his push. I think we're going to see a strong Lashley. There was talk about him being a face. I don't want to see that.
No, I do not want to see a face, Bobby.
I don't want to see a face.
We've been there. We've done that. It did not work for him.
I think Big E and it's really sad to say this of the champion, but I think Big E needs this win. I think Big E needs this win. People have been talking about Big E not having a fantastic run as champion.
Which is why he doesn't need the belt.
I think Big E needs this win. If he doesn't get this win, I think it's going to Seth freaking Rollins.
Really?
I do. Bobby's powerful, but Seth is sneaky. My man is sneaky and knows how to get in when nobody's looking.
Right. No, for sure.
He knows how to get that win. Bobby,
I like how we don't even have KO in the conversation.
No, KO's good. I don't think nothing's
going
to happen. I don't see. I think no. I like a KO run too. Yeah, well, I got a KO run. Yeah. Dro, my other guy, Bobby Lashley. So you got Bobby Lashley with a submission. Okay.
Isaiah says Big E.
You got Lashley. Love YT. I think he had one KO. All right. So I think Big E needs it, but I think Seth is going to take it.
Yeah.
I think Seth is going to take it. All right. Let's talk about the ladies here. This is something we're really interested in.
Ladies.
The Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, big time Bex against Liv Morgan. Who do you got? Talk to the people.
Do I go for my namesake or do I go for Liv? So look, man, Liv put this little package together, maybe WWE did, that we watched the other day, and they showed her as a little girl and how she was a confused little girl. She was the youngest in my family with a single mom, but she made herself a WWE belt like out of cardboard. And she was like, she knew she wanted to be champion. She knew she wanted to do this. And we have a different place in our hearts for people who have loved it like from when they were kids, like we have, right? So, like I want her dream to come true. I want her to have that moment. I also could honestly see Becky going, hey, you know what? I have a newborn. Newborns have great immune systems. We just brought this into our house. Like, I don't know if that would scare her as a mom to want to not be bringing and exposing that to her kid. I don't know. Like, so I feel like with COVID going wild like it is right now.
Going wild, dude.
Going wild. Oh, everybody that when I'm trying to pick my champions, I'm distracted by the fact that I'm like, she's a new mom. She might be scared and want to be home with her baby, just like Roman needs to protect himself. So it's really hard for me to say, but I hope they give Liv. I hope they give Liv a title run, man. I hope they give her a little run, and I hope she turns it into something that. First of all, you got to get a jacket, Liv. There's something about champions and jackets. You got to get a jacket.
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, or at least a scarf. There has to be something that sets you apart in that way.
We had a lot of Liv, and even a possible disqualification, but not a title. But basically, it's something everybody's pulling for Liv. Sophie Dopey in here once again. Right now, Sophie Dopey is our super chat champion.
For sure.
Thus far, thank you, Sophie Dopey, for the super chat. You say, with a 4-way match, they are setting up future pay-per-view main events for the first half of the year. Yes. And that's another reason why I think it's so vitally important that this match goes well. And I think it really needs to go well for Big E. Obviously, they wouldn't put the strap on him if they didn't feel like he earned it.
Right.
And deserved it.
Right.
Obviously, you feel some type of way about KO. You re-signed with him. You wanted to re-sign with him. You got him in this title picture. Bobby Lashley being a former... Basically, we're looking at former champions here going against the current champion. This match is going to set the tone. So I 100% agree with you there. And that's another reason why Big E needs a good showing. But if he doesn't, that's going to be a problem. Thank you so much for that, Sophie Dopey. Honestly, we cannot thank you enough for that.
If you click on the super chat, will it go to who did it?
No. I think a little more.
I think it's a sticker. It showed you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was earlier.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now we have What is the? Oh yes. You know what? Let's just do this one because I want to save this one for last. Drew McIntyre, Madcap.
You know, it's interesting.
Are we feeling this? Are we feeling this?
It's interesting because Madcap and Corbin, not even gonna lie, I'm not feeling this. Their characters, I'm not feeling it at all. I feel like I'm watching a circus with them, like an old time circus. I don't know why. It's not my thing, but he's big and he's talented.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the last time they fought, that I was like, wait a minute, like, okay, yeah, he may be acting goofy behind the stage, but he's really talented. So I don't think they're going to let Drew lose. I don't think they're going to give Drew the L. I really don't, not to him. But I think that they're going to give him a good showing. So I think that it will be good. I think it won't be just a beat down, but I do think Drew is going to pull out.
All right. And I gotta disagree with you, homeboy.
We are really disagreeing a lot today.
I gotta disagree with you, homeboy. I think if Drew wins this match,
it doesn't matter what you think.
Touche.
Sorry. Go on.
Just walk right into that.
Go on.
Get your filthy paws off of me. No, I believe that if Drew wins this match, he will once again be like, okay, I want my match. I want next crack at the championship. I think Madcap would do well to win. And I think we may see some shenanigans with Happy Corbin.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking to possibly, because I hate to see, I'm like, we saw the holiday show and I'm fine with a little holiday stuff. That was fine. I'm not mad at Barry Corbin's character right now. I liked it when he was broke and sad and bald and, you know, everything was just a mess. But I'm not mad at this. But I don't want to see them just turn into just comedy fodder. You know what I mean? For the masses. I think they're better than that. So I think Madcap needs this win.
Like jesters.
Yeah, like
they're like court jesters that are just like, you know, making everybody laugh. And
definitely don't want to see that.
Bone crusher, come here. Bone crusher.
Yes, we do like Tamina's coat. Tamina's coat is actually quite fitting for her.
Come here.
So, goodness. All right, so let's go back to for the last one here, we have Edge, the rated R superstar.
Let me go get her.
We have the rated R superstar going against the most must-see person in all of WWE, The Miz. Now, she's trying to quiet down, Bone Crusher. Okay, so who do you got for Edge versus The Miz? Come on back into the set. Come on back into the set.
No.
All right, I'll tell you what I got. My thing is for Edge and Miz, I like this whole interaction, but I also like the fact that you had a brood bath with Maurice and Miz that makes it look like Edge is getting the one up on Miz, but I think Miz also, especially coming off of this Dancing with the Stars loss, and Maurice is back into the picture. I don't want to see them turn into a comedy shtick. He already did that with John Morrison. John Morrison is gone. So I'm going Miz on this. I gotta say it. I want Edge to take it, but I think Miz is going to get the win.
Is Maurice going to interfere with causing Beth to come into the picture, or are they not going to give that to us?
I think what is most likely going to happen is Maurice is going to interfere. I think what's going to happen is Maurice will interfere that will give Miz the edge and get him to win. And then I think Beth Phoenix will get involved, and then we'll finally see that mixed tag match probably at the Rumble.
Give Miz the edge.
You know what I'm trying to say. This is how it's going to go down, folks. You heard it here first.
It's going down.
It's going down.
You are going to go down if you don't stop it. No.
So I'm saying that there's going to be some outside interference, and finally, we're going to get a mixed tag, which everybody wants to see.
Can you do that again?
Oh, because this is the Rock thing. Finally, The Miz. You know,
Well, no, not the Miz.
Not the Miz.
I-
All right, who do y'all got here? Live. Drew. So, okay, hang on. A lot of people going for Drew. Sophie Dopey's going for Drew. Monet's going for Drew. Michael's got Madcap. Interesting. Did not expect that. Sophie Dopey believes they're setting up a triple threat for Mania. That could be the case. Now, I don't know if I want to see Drew in this with Brock and Roman. I don't know how I feel about that. We have to talk about that. But yeah, I got you, Madcap. All right, so hang on. Miz, Edge all day long. Miz wins with the help of Maurice, which leads to a Beth return. Yep, Edge. Wow. It's kind of split. Interesting. It is a little split.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
All right. We got some. All right. And we got Brock Lesnar winning. Okay. Now, Xavier, let me ask you this question. Now, that's all the predictions. But Xavier did mention a name. Little Miss Bliss. Alexa Bliss. Does she come back at day one? Or will she come back on the show later on? Are we going to see an Alexa Bliss appearance? Or is this going to be just a straight match to match?
If you are going to have an Alexa Bliss appearance, it's going to be the old Bliss.
So Little Miss Bliss.
She posted a picture of herself in the ring as Little Miss Bliss. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The other day. So I feel like she's saying that she's herself again and she's coming back.
Interesting. Liv becomes Lily and joins Alexa. So Liv loses, and then Alexa comes in, or something like that. Interesting.
Okay, that would be bomb. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I think that they should just go ahead. Like, you know, at this point, I think they were gonna change her character. That's what I was thinking. But if they did that, I would not be mad at it. Oh, I would not be mad. I buy the shirt.
And I'm seeing some triple threat stuff here too. Possibly don't want to be Roman via. Yeah, interesting. Monet's got a very interesting point. I'm really not sure if we're going to see any Alexa Bliss at day one. That would be kind of cool. But I think more than anything, if Liv does lose and she comes out on Raw and she's just like distraught or whatever, that might be a good time for Alexa Bliss to come in and get that disciple.
Yeah, because what if they set it up the exact same way that that Bray did her?
Yeah.
So Liv's in the ring, she's upset, it goes red, and then
Sophie Dopey with the super chat again. Thank you for that, Sophie.
Thank you.
You say after tomorrow we get an idea on the Rumble card. Exactly. This pay-per-view will set up the Rumble, which then sets up the road to WrestleMania.
Right.
There's a lot riding on this. So if they do this right, then I think we could have really positive things to look forward to leading up to Rumble and then going on from there. Mm-hmm. If it's done right. Mm-hmm. Are we going to have some shenanigans with Brock and Roman and Paul? Something's got to go down.
Shenanigans?
I like saying that word. Shenanigans.
Is it the 1920s?
It's shenanigans. Tomfoolery. Foolishness. Tomfoolishness. Man, I don't want any shenanigans. On my day one.
You're going backwards in time.
Day one, son. No shenanigans here. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen. Truth be told, because it's anybody's guess. If Paul really is like just crocodile tears, and it's all just I
All
don't
a
know.
ruse. It's all a ruse.
I don't know.
That's a game. It's a big old game.
That is it for the prediction show of day one. I'm kind of excited. I just want to see bangers of matches. That's all I want to see. I want to see. I don't mind if there's some wildness going down. I just want to see. I don't want to be lulled to sleep during day one. You're literally starting off the new year, so change some belts, get some controversy. I'm okay with that.
And I just want to. This is a switch. We're about to switch because we just finished the predictions.
Shamrocks and shenanigans.
I just got to switch over to AEW for a minute.
Heresy.
I'm switching to AEW for a minute. I wish that we would have recorded us watching NXT because when Jade Cardwell,
Not NXT.
I'm sorry, not NXT, AEW.
AEW, yeah.
I'm mixing everything up. But when I'm dyslexia, when Jade Cargill, is that her name?
Yeah,
That's
Jade Cargill.
And then someone comes out to help her, and she's
Thunder
all
Rosa.
in black.
Yeah.
And she pulled that hood off, and it was Mercedes Martinez. I was screaming like a little schoolgirl. It was. We love Mercedes. Okay, we were so. You guys knew we were not happy with her release. And she fits in AEW. I see her there, and I loved it. And I love that she came in with the all black and the hood and the covering, because I felt like it was a little
retribution-y.
It was a little retribution.
Which was intentional.
Which is intentional. We were like, yeah, do your thing, girl. Send your little message, So
yeah, because we were praying for her, because I don't know if y'all saw it. If anybody didn't see that NXT roundhouse kick from Xia Li to Mercedes Martinez, knocked out cold.
She was out cold,
and we felt awful.
We were like, oh my goodness, like I really hope
that's terrible.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But we're glad she's good.
And then for them to fire her while she was healing and recovering from being knocked out cold was crazy.
Yeah, interesting. Fans of Brady Creative Rights and WWE don't get us started on that. Isaiah Roland says that yesterday was his birthday. Happy belated birthday, Roland.
Happy birthday, belated.
Show Roland some birthday love in the chat. We hope you had a good day.
Yes.
A safe and healthy day. You enjoyed yourself.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey!
You heard there were crickets when Mercedes Martinez debuted on AEW. The people didn't know what to. I don't think the people knew what to expect, but it seemed like the crowd was kind of into it once she actually revealed herself.
I got to tell you, I don't know because I was screaming.
She legitimately was screaming.
And I can't imagine there was crickets. How would there have been crickets? Really? Now I need to watch it. Did you erase it?
No.
We'll watch it again and look and see if there was crickets.
Your birthday, Sophie Dopey's birthday is the day before the Olympics. Make sure you remind us of that. That is in February, I believe. So we will definitely give you a birthday shout for that. A huge birthday shout, Sophie Dopey, because you super chat champion, you're a member, you showed us all kinds of love, and we thank you so much. Bone Crusher, you are embarrassing us. Well, that's it. That is it for the prediction show. So we will be back tomorrow, 4:45.
Happy New Year. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, happy New Year's Eve. I don't know what time it is where you guys are.
Yes.
We are so glad that this year is ending, but it doesn't look like 2022 is getting off to a great start.
We'll see.
But
day one, son.
We will be here for you. So even if you got to be indoors more, quarantining or whatever, we will try to keep you entertained. And if you have not checked out our other channel, A&B Combos Without the Wrestling Edition, you can actually go under channels under our page, and it's there. So you could just find it on our page under channels. You guys could watch us out, get a few laughs. We did a scary one where I was possessed. I think you guys might enjoy it. Check it out.
It's definitely cool for sure. I think you're really going to dig it. Roland has an interesting point. If Liv doesn't win, we could be looking at the Women's Royal Rumble match. That's a possibility, but we also know with Royal Rumble matches, we do get a lot of surprises. That might be a time that Alexa does come back. I hope Asuka comes back. We missed us some Asuka. We will see. We will see, but we will see you all tomorrow. Wait a minute. We hit the 9K.
What?
We hit the 9K.
What?
We hit the 9K. We hit the 9K. Please, nobody unsubscribe. Keep us at 9K and above for the new year. Wow.
Thank
we
you.
hit the 9K in such a short span of time. You guys have made us the number one. I can't back that up, but
in our hearts.
In our hearts.
In our hearts, we're number.
So we'll just say really briefly. We love what we do. We really enjoy pro wrestling, and we would not be here if it wasn't for each and every one of you showing up, supporting us like you do, chatting, being civil and kind to each other in the comments. We can't thank you enough for all the love and support you've shown us. We didn't reach our goal that we were hoping for by the end of the year, but we will take it. 9K. Thank you.
Yes, and we just want you to know that us like going through every single comment is our way of showing you guys that we appreciate you. We notice so many YouTubers that will say comment, but they will never even like the comments or read the comments or anything. They don't interact with their fans. And for us, like we feel like we know you guys. Like we feel like we already know who's going to show up. We know a little bit about you. We know like who your favorite people are. This community that we're building, I think, is very special. I think it's a little bit different because we are taking the time to go through the comments to try to get to know you. So if you haven't commented before, this is your first time and we didn't get to you because there's so many people right now that we didn't get to you, put your comment in the video and we will read it and we will get back to you.
Bone Crusher helped us.
That's our goal.
Get to 9K. All right, Bone Crusher, your barking helped us. That was the barking call center. Is what ended up happening. Yeah, we owe it all to you. Amen to that, Isaiah. That is it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please come back tomorrow. We will be here 15 minutes early for this show. And all my predictions are gonna hit. You already know.
They may. I don't know.
Love and peace to everybody. Sophie Dophie, Arcel World, Quantaven, Mary, Jody, David, Safe Emerald Armor, Xavier, Roland, Michael M, Ioka, Breeze, Roman Reigns in here. Everybody, Roman Reigns is here. Roman Reigns, Shane, Quantaven, Xavier, Samuel Wong, Monet. Wow, happy days. Everybody that
and
we
Monet,
drove.
thanks for sharing all the stuff you share. Your knowledge goes deep, and we learned a lot from you actually. So
Ten Moy, everybody in here who we didn't get to, we apologize. And again, like you said, we know there were some comments going back we didn't get a chance to get to. We do our best, and we are trying. We are trying to get to you.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, there's times where I'll answer some of you, like 4 of your comments from a month ago and a week ago, all in one night, because we're trying to get caught up.
We do.
You know,
so that's it for us. We will catch y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining AJ, B, Becky, Combos, Wrestling Edition. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you all tomorrow for day 1, son.
Be there, baby.
Have a good night, guys. Good night.